What if I told you the US government can now cancel your passport while you're sipping coffee in Paris or on a business trip in Tokyo? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover a major policy shift that's targeting American parents abroad, and it could have ripple effects for Kenyan families with ties to the US. The Trump administration has just announced a dramatic new enforcement tool. In early February 2026, the United States government unveiled it will proactively revoke passports for parents who owe significant child support. This isn't about denying a new application. This is about canceling a passport already in your pocket. But here's the twist. The first wave is targeting a very specific, high-value group. Meet the initial 500. These are about 500 parents nationwide, each identified as high risk for continued non-payment. Common thread? Each one owes more than $100,000 in unpaid child support. That's over 100,000 US dollars per parent in arrears. For 9 years or more, some of these obligations have gone unfulfilled while parents maintain the freedom to travel internationally. That loophole is now closed. Previously, enforcement was largely reactive. A parent could continue traveling the world unless they triggered a review by applying for a passport renewal or other consular service. That system is gone. Under the updated passport denial program, the U.S. Department of State will no longer wait. Instead, using data shared by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the State Department can now cancel valid passports already in circulation. The legal threshold for action has long been $2,500 in past due support. But the new proactive approach starts with this elite group of half a thousand high-debt cases. And then, something shocking happened. The government confirmed that once the system is fully operational, the program may expand to include thousands more parents with lower arrears. Imagine being on vacation in Mombasa or visiting family in Nairobi when your passport suddenly becomes invalid. What happens then? According to government guidance, parents already outside the United States when their passport is revoked will not be stranded permanently. They may be issued a restricted, one-time travel document. This document allows return travel to the United States only. It cannot be used for tourism, business, or onward international travel. Once back in the U.S., normal passport privileges remain suspended until the child support issue is resolved. But here's what nobody's talking about: the international coordination behind this. The policy reflects growing coordination between federal agencies and state child support offices, aiming to close enforcement gaps for parents living or working abroad. For the Kenyan diaspora in America, or for Kenyans who are co-parents with American citizens, this policy shift is seismic. Child support enforcement agencies argue that international travel privileges should not take priority over financial responsibilities to children. Officials aim to increase compliance with court-ordered support and reduce long-term child poverty. Yet, the move is not without controversy. Some see it as a necessary, tough stance on delinquency. Others may view it as an extreme measure that could complicate international family dynamics and custody arrangements. The implications are far-reaching. It signals a harder line on financial family obligations, using border control as leverage. So, what can a parent do to prevent this? The path to resolution involves 3 key steps. First, pay down arrears. Reducing child support debt below the $2,500 threshold can restore eligibility. Second, set up a payment agreement. Many state agencies allow structured repayment plans that can halt enforcement actions. Third, contact your state child support agency directly, as only state agencies can certify that a debt is being addressed. The story here is about closed loopholes and new power. It's about the U.S. government now having the ability to reach across borders and pull back a fundamental document of freedom based on a civil debt. For the half a thousand targeted first, their world just got much smaller. And for thousands more potentially on the list, international travel now carries a new, heavy condition. Do you think using passport revocation is a fair tool to enforce child support payments, or does it cross a line? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking international news that impacts you.